welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I am going to be sharing with you a brand new collection from By Dany Vianna. For Black Friday this year, they are launching a huge, I mean huge, Wicked inspired collection. This is an 18-piece collection in a very wide variety of finishes and colors. We have some incredibly unique shades to look at today and I am so excited to share them with you. These will launch on the By Dany Vianna site on November 14th and their Black Friday sales will go from the 14th of November through the 17th. There will be discounts happening throughout the shop ranging from 10% to 70% off. And if your purchase is over $40, you will also get this year's gift with purchase shade called Golden while supplies last. All right, this is going to be a long video. So let's go ahead and get into the swatches. All right, so we're gonna take a look at these grouped together by finish. We're starting with this really interesting shade called the most Scandalocious fish in the sea. It is inspired by Galinda's dress in the Ozdust, and this is a peachy coral crelly base with a pink aurora shimmer and holographic microflakes. I was surprised by the opacity on this one. Although my nails are on the shorter side right now, this was fully opaque on me in 2 coats. Longer nail lengths though may need 3. So this is 2 coats with a glossy top coat. The hollow in here is really sparkly. The shimmer contrasts against the base so beautifully. And the shifts in here are gorgeous. I am showing all of today's polishes in studio lighting only, unfortunately. I know, I'm sorry. It's been a week, y'all. My camera died. And so it was either do this way or don't share a video. And these are way too fabulous not to share with you all. Next up we have Good, inspired by one scene released where Galinda is living her best life in the Emerald Palace, surrounded by an entourage, all dressed in teal and aqua while she's in pale pink. This one has a teal crelly base and pink iridescent flakes, as well as pink round glitters. So I didn't get a ton of glitters out on the first coat with this, but that's pretty typical for this kind of polish. They start to build up well on the second coat once they have like that base to kind of adhere to. And then on the third coat, I got even more of them. The purple glitters in here are a little bit on the sparse side, so I gave my bottle a good shake and it came out on the nail just fine. If you want more, you might need to do a little bit of fishing and glitter placement for these. So this is 3 coats with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. I don't know if a glitter smoother was necessary, but those circle glitters are on the larger side and it just plumped this one out. It made it extra squishy and bouncy, and I loved the contrast. This one's very playful and I think it captures that scene really well. This here, by the way, is like some indirect natural lighting. Next up we have The Wizard and I, and this one is inspired by the song when Elphaba is in the open air singing all her hopes and dreams. That's the part of the movie that made me cry in part 1, the first time. And this one is a light blue jelly base with a mix of gold flakes and gold metallic shreds. This was a little sheer on the first coat, but it actually built up quite well. It didn't build up to full opacity on me, so if that's what you're looking for, you're going to want to pair this with some kind of base. But I actually, to my surprise, kind of loved the squishiness of this color. I don't know that I'd pair it with a base because I really loved the ethereal quality of that more sheer base. The pond effect you got with the flakies was just so beautiful, and the combination of colors in the flakies was really pretty too. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat. You can see it gets a little bit more coverage in some lower lighting, but yeah, those flakies in here really shine. Up next, we have Good Ole Shiz, and this one is inspired by Shiz University and its uniform. It has a gray crelly base with a luminous blue aurora shimmer. This one is entrancing. Ooh, as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna like this one, and I liked it even more once I got it on my nails. It built up to full opacity for me in 3 coats, and I think longer nail lengths would probably have full opacity in 3 as well with this one. And I was so pleased to see that in this collection. A lot of shades that built up to opacity in 2 or 3 coats. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat. You can see that shimmer is insanely gorgeous. I will say I recorded this part of the video with my iPhone, and I feel like phones tend to blow out that blue shimmer just a little bit, so it might be a little bit more subtle in person, but it is glorious. There was some unmixed pigment in my bottle, but I notified the maker of that, so it should be corrected in purchased bottles. Next up we have Fieyro Tigelaar, and this one is inspired by the prince and his clothing throughout the story. This one's a blue jelly base with gold metallic flakes. So this one had a beautiful jelly application, really smooth and even and easy to work with. I built this one up to 3 coats and got really close to full opacity, but I can definitely see longer nail lengths having a little bit of visible nail line with this one, if not significant visible nail line. It does deepen up a lot though, you can see on that 3rd coat, and I've mentioned it before, but I tend to polish on the thinner coat side, so depending on your application, maybe you will have opacity. So this is 3 coats here with a glossy top coat. Really beautiful kind of inky blue base color, and those flakies again just pop very well in the lower lighting. It's interesting because it's just noted that this has gold flakies in here, but against that blue base, they take on a green color sometimes, and it's really interesting. So next we have the Wicked Witch. This one's inspired by Elphaba, but most importantly, the nail she gets in the Emerald City. It's a black jelly base with metallic emerald flakes. Immediate love. I love a black polish. And this one had a beautiful formula, very jelly, super glossy, dried down very squishy, and just the right amount of flakes came out, in my opinion. I love how sheer this one is actually, because it just shows off those flakes even more. They appear to pop especially well in this kind of base, and this is gorgeous. I thought I had my manicure picked out for when I go see Wicked in theaters, but I might end up wearing this one. I loved it so much. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat. It did build up to full opacity for me in 3 coats, but I could see longer nail lengths, maybe having a little bit of visible nail line with this. And I also wanted to add that those flakies look a little bit blue sometimes because of that black jelly base. It like alters their appearance. I love it in every lighting situation. And next up we have Poppy Dreams. This one's inspired by the moment Elphaba spells her entire class to sleep. It's a clear base with gold galaxy glitters and a mix of pale yellow, pink, red, and orange matte glitters in different shapes and sizes. So I'm showing it here in 1 coat over black, and you can see that over black everything pops. The pink, the yellow, the galaxy glitters, the red. Really fun. I love those gold galaxy glitters. I wish we saw them in more things. I actually wouldn't mind just having a topper of those gold galaxy glitters. Just saying. And here's what it looks like over pink. I couldn't resist. Y'all know I love pink. It was beautiful. I think this is the kind of topper that would look great over just about everything except for maybe red and yellow. Because you would lose those glitters, but it was gorgeous, really fun, and super unique to my collection, and that's saying something because I got a lot of toppers. Next up we have Pink Goes Well with Green. This one's inspired by the moment that solidifies Galinda and Elphaba's friendship. It has a pink curly base with chartreuse metallic shreds. Huh, interesting. I'm reading the descriptions for the first time and I thought these were gold shreds, but that makes sense because I was like, there's something different. This one had a great formula. It was like slightly on the thicker side, but it applied really smoothly and evenly on the nails and was fully opaque for me in 3 coats. I thought the overall finished look was very would be Galinda approved. It just felt very bubbly and sweet and like, I don't know, so Galinda. So here's what it looks like in 3 coats with a glossy top coat. I will be putting this on my spring rack. It's such a beautiful, cool toned shade of pink. There's just not a ton of those chartreuse flakies in here, so it's got a little bit of whimsy to it, and it is such a fun shade to wear. Very classy on the nails. Okay, there have been a lot of shades that I've liked in this collection, but my top pick is Galinda-fied. It's inspired by the song and number Popular, where Galinda attempts to make over Elfie. We've got a sheer neon pink jelly base with pink holographic glitters and pink iridescent flakes. Pink on pink on pink, I'm in. Good formula. On this one, it was slightly on the thicker side, but not as thick as you would imagine with that many flakes. I would say between 2 or 3 coats on this one, depending on your application, your nail length. I could pick out a little bit of my visible nail line in 2 coats, but honestly, I felt like that 3rd coat was kind of overkill. This might be a great contender to wear with a blurring base of some kind, because those flakies, you won't see it. You won't see it underneath all of those flakies. So here's 3 coats with a glossy top coat. You may need a glitter smoother for this one, because it does have a lot of flakies. But my word, like I can't stop thinking about this polish. I don't usually wear these kinds of shades this time of year, but I don't know if I can resist. I might have to wear it around Valentine's Day. Or maybe I should wear it to Wicked. I love it. I love it. And up next we have Loathing. Loathing, inspired by the iconic scene. It's her face, her hair, her clothing. This one is a pink jelly base with green aurora shimmer and pink glow-in-the-dark effect. This one had a surprisingly wonderful formula for a glow-in-the-dark polish. I usually do not buy glow-in-the-dark polishes because I don't like working with them most of the time. They can be a little bit thick. They dry down very flat and a little gritty. This one did dry down flat and gritty, but it was a joy to apply. Like, I could not tell it glowed in the dark based on the formula alone. It was super smooth, applied very evenly. I loved it at 2 coats, but I did build it up 3, so you could see what that looks like here. Either way, I think you're gonna have a little bit of visible nail line, but it's not very noticeable because of the base color. It kind of pulls as a like pinky neutral against my skin tone. Head on, you get a gorgeous green shimmer, but then at extreme angles you get a shift to blue. It's a very pretty, nice, wearable, warm shade of pink, and then it's got like that added fun of glowing in the dark. So I charged it with a UV flashlight for 30 seconds, and here is what it looks like glowing pink in the dark. And then the other glow-in-the-dark shade in the collection is called Our Wizard Lies, inspired by the scene where Elphaba writes in the sky that the wizard is lying. This is a gray jelly base with silver blue flakes and a green glow-in-the-dark effect. So this one had a really squishy jelly formula. In 3 coats, I did have a little bit of coverage on my nails, but I could still pick out my visible nail line pretty clearly. Again, if that's not your thing, you're going to want to pair this with some kind of blurring base coat, but I'm glad it's on the sheer side because otherwise you would miss out on the beauty in those like silvery blue flakes. They are so shifty and wonderful. So this is what 3 coats looks like with a glossy top coat. Yeah, you can see my visible nail line pretty well. I think you can see a little bit of my staining showing through too. But regardless, it's such a fun, pretty shade. Definitely perfect as we head into winter too. Oh, I forgot to add, this one also had a wonderful formula. Could not tell it was a glow in the dark shade by application alone. It applied like any other flaky polish, which is a win. And then here's what it looks like after being under a UV flashlight for about 30 seconds. And next we have As Long As You're Mine. This one is inspired by Fieyro and Elphaba's moment in the story, and mainly by the part of the song that says, I've seen things through a different eye. So we have a blue jelly base representing Fieyro and a green reflective glitters that represent Elfie. Aw, I love the thought that went into this collection. That just it just gets me. Like how closely connected it is to the movie and different, anyway. Beautiful formula on this reflective. Beautiful formula. I felt like these reflective glitters were exceptionally sparkly, fully opaque for me in just a couple coats, although I can see longer nail lengths maybe having a little bit of visible nail line in 3 coats, but my word, look at those green reflective glitters. They really distract from any visible nail line. This kind of blue base is not my typical blue, and I am not a reflective polish wearer, but this is definitely an honorable mention in this collection for me. Look at them. Whew, so sparkly. Up next, we have Unlimited, which is starting off our magnetic shades. This one's inspired by Elphaba's first flight and all the defiance in choosing herself. Oh my gosh. I love that part of the movie. I know everybody does, but we have a gray curly base with black flakes, green reflective glitters, and green magnetic effect. Y'all, we have another honorable mention. This polish is spectacular, and no part of it is like a Rachel shade. Gray base, me? Liking a gray polish? Never. But this, look at it. Look at that gorgeous, bright, yellowy green magnetic pigment. It is blinding. And I love the black flakes. They pop so well. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Thumb is unmagnetized. Pointer and pinky are with a cat eye magnet, and middle and ring finger are showing it with a 30-pound horseshoe magnet for the velvet effect. I think my favorite way to wear this is with a cat eye magnet, maybe like one of those lightning magnets, something that shows off those black flakies, because I love that contrast against the gray base. This one was so fun, and it also shifts to the green pigment shifts to a blue aqua kind of color too. I might add this one to my winter rack. Next we have For Good, and this one is inspired by the final goodbye between the reconciled friends and the song and sneak peek we've seen in the trailer. This song makes me cry. I just know I'm gonna cry in the next movie during the scene. It has an emerald jelly base filled with pink reflective glitters and pink magnetic effect. Another shade that I would not expect to like, but the formula was just so good. Look at it. Wow. Unmagnetized, fully opaque in 2 coats. If you use the velvet effect, I think you could stick with 2 coats, but if you use a bar magnet, you're going to want that 3rd coat to reach full opacity. If you've got longer nail length, maybe you'd see a little bit of visible nail line with this one, but not a whole lot. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat. The shimmer in here is beautiful. That magnetic pigment, so wow. Again, thumb is unmagnetized, pointer and pinky show with a bar magnet, and middle and ring with the velvet effect. That purpley shimmer is very shifty. It shifts to the pink magnetic shimmer to purple, and then even at extreme angles you get a little bit of gold. It's such a unique combination of colors. But in my opinion, the most unique shade out of this collection is Obsessulated. That's so hard to say. This one's inspired by Galinda's Bubble, and it's a pink to purple magnetic effect with pink iridescent flakes, silver reflective glitters, and a blue aurora shimmer. I've never seen anything like this in my life, and it is so perfect for Galinda's bubble. It's got that iridescence. It's whimsical. Those star glitters are so fun. I did not have to fish for them. I had plenty come out on the brush without even trying. You might want to do a little bit of placement, but I don't know that it's necessary. So this is 3 coats here with the bar magnet, and it just reveals all of that gorgeous blue iridescent shimmer in the background, the pink iridescent flakes. There's just a lot going on in this polish. So this is 3 coats with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. I would recommend a glitter smoother because of those larger star glitters, and you can see on my ring finger there are some gigantic flakes. Holy cow. Again, thumb is unmagnetized. That's not my preferred way to wear this. I really liked it with the bar magnet so that you could really see the flakes and those star glitters. Next up, we have Ozdust, and this one's inspired by the ballroom and where Elphaba and Galinda finally meet each other as equals and not rivals. This one is described as being a teal jelly base with a mix of metallic shreds and light blue magnetic effect. This one's on the sheer side, but it does build up well. Smooth, even coverage, and more flakies come out on the second and third coats. I could tell just by looking at the bottle, like, yeah, this is going to be a very reactive magnetic. You can just tell with this kind of pigment, the super shiny kind, it's kind of like foily. It just goes right to the magnet, and when the light catches it, it is so reflective. It's beautiful. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat. I did have a little bit of visible nail line in 3 coats with the bar magnet, but not with the velvet effect. And this is 2 coats on my thumb with a glossy top coat unmagnetized. It was fully opaque, unmagnetized in 2 coats. My gosh, words are hard. I'm sorry. It's very late when I'm recording this. And I am not a night owl. But this one was interesting. Again, I really preferred this with the bar magnet. Pretty much anytime there is a magnetic that has flakes in it, I want to show them off, and I prefer how they look with like the cat eye effect. And next up we have Melted Witch, which I don't know why. Makes me laugh so hard. That's such a funny name to me. This one's inspired by the opening scene of the movie when Galinda is confirming the rumors of Elphaba's death, and we see a puddle on the floor alongside her hat. This one has a petroleum blue jelly base with a fine orange aurora shimmer and holographic magnetic effect. This one was an honorable mention before I even got it on my nails. You'll see unmagnetized. It is so beautiful. Like, it's gorgeous magnetized, but I would wear this unmagnetized as well. Make sure to let each coat dry completely, by the way. I did not do that. I should have. 3 coats with a glossy top coat. And this one gave me full opacity. Same thing, middle and ring finger show with a velvet effect, pointer and pinky with a cat eye effect, and thumb is unmagnetized. You can't go wrong with this one. It is stunning any way you wear it. I think I would probably opt to wear it with the velvet effect because I think the holographic was most obvious that way, although look at it unmagnetized. I mean, come on. But when I magnetized with a bar magnet, it didn't provide like super stark contrast. So I think I'd go velvet with this one, but it is a gorgeous shade. And that aurora shimmer shifts like red to copper to gold. It's so pretty. And another honorable mention is Yellow Brick Road. This one is a yellow jelly base with a magnetic holographic effect. This one had such an impressive formula. It was really smooth and even on the nails. It looked beautiful unmagnetized, but I was wowed when I magnetized it. And I don't think you're gonna be able to like fully appreciate it until you see my full hand swatches. I did apply 3 coats here, and I do feel like that was kind of overkill. I think most people will be good with this one in 2, but I just wanted to make sure I had no visible nail line even when using a bar magnet. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Wow, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it more every time I see it. And again, I would wear it unmagnetized. I think it's just a stunning sunny shade of yellow, but the magnetic pigment pops so well against the base. Even though it's yellow on yellow, it's just such a bright, vibrant magnetic pigment. It's absolutely stunning. And the final shade I have to share with you today is called Golden. It is the gift with purchase shade, and it is for purchases that are over $40. This one has a clear base with a mix of gold aurora shimmer and gold reflective glitters. It can either be worn as a topper or on its own. Personally, I recommend wearing it on its own. It is very opaque. And 3 coats, I got full opacity. I think, again, that 3rd coat was maybe a little bit of overkill. I would probably leave this at 2, as most of my visible nail line was covered in just a couple coats, but 3 did give me full opacity. This one is super gold. Super gold would be spectacularly beautiful in the holiday season. Those reflective glitters are gorgeous. They sparkled so well, and there were just the right amount of them in there. So that's By Dany Vianna's Black Friday collection for this year. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. Which of these shades were calling to you? Are you excited about Wicked? Because I'm excited about Wicked. But yeah, let me know down in the comments which of these you're going to be grabbing. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. You can hype the video too, and I'll see you next time. Bye!